It's the bacon, egg, and cheese show with Lady Love, Bad Bunny, and I go by Miss Lissa. We gon' wake that ass up. It's the bacon, egg, and cheese show, and cheese show. We give you what you need, yo. You need, yo. Every 3 times a week, yo. A week, yo. It's the bacon, egg, and cheese show, and cheese show.
Yeah, bacon, egg, and cheese about to wake that ass up. Girl, who is you playing with? Wake that ass up. Told your big daddy when you wake your ass up. Yo, what is you waiting for? Wake that ass up.
After we do the show, then stop. Then what? Subscribe it like it's hot. After we do the show, then stop. Now what? Subscribe it like it's hot. Now subscribe it like it's hot. Now subscribe it like it's hot. BEC, so subscribe it like it's hot. So subscribe it like it's hot. So subscribe it like it's hot. BEC, so subscribe it like it's hot. So subscribe it like it's hot. Subscribe it like it's hot.
All right, here we go. Welcome to the show. Yo, B, thank you, Kenty Alex, for buying a badge. Jesus knows we need them. Okay, thank you for the love and support. Bring the Beats ain't cheap, let me tell you.
Shout out to Brina Beats.
It's
She
Kate
makes
Bliss.
this.
Thank you for the love. Thank you for the badge.
Support Brina Beats, okay? She got these hoodies, okay? Help us get some money in the Brina Beats bank account, okay? Bank Brina Beats.
So, Babs, next time they write it in the comments, I'll let you know. Just pin the comment. Let people know that they could buy a badge. Support the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show. Okay?
Get those badges, you heard?
Overflow it up. How y'all doing today, man? Sorry I missed Monday. This weekend was definitely rough to me. I've been outside. That's why I don't like going outside. Because human beings have germs, you know? So you get things. So I apologize. I missed out. Oh, thank you, Far Rock Mills. Woo, it's rough out there, Far Rockaway. But
Far Rock Mills was good.
Babs Bunny's holiday was this weekend. We thank God for another year for her. Okay. Miss Lissa was probably somewhere doing Jimmy Kimmel or something like that. Y'all know how she is,
I met Dave Chappelle. Yo, definitely was in the room with Dave Chappelle and one of Luck's favorite people, Kevin Louse. And so it was the SNL after party, which was like a secret, like comedian only event at a place called The Stand. So remember our guest that we had on, I think it was Monday, we had Reggie Cush. So Reggie is comedian, and he's also a rapper. Now, anytime comedians get together, Reggie see a stage, he wants to get on and start rapping. So Reggie's rapping, so I just get up to support him, and we rapping, he's doing his song, and then we get the crowd lit, and then Dave Chappelle walks and gets on the stage, daps him up. I was like mid-video vixen, like, you know, Millie Rock, like, oh shit, Dave Chappelle. And then, yeah, it was a party. He said, no cameras, put the cameras down, have fun, which was, I feel like he was talking to me specifically, because I was like, damn, I was definitely about to get the camera. And yeah, so that was a good
dope.
thing. And then, yes, and then I killed Caroline. No, I killed Caroline's in wardrobe. I didn't perform, but my friend, he killed Caroline's, and then I killed Broadway Comedy Club. But yes, it was eventful.
I just love being, you know, a part of your life and being your friend, because you have these experiences. You know what I'm saying? I've never had that. I recall meeting Dave Chappelle. Now, I know that Babs was on the Chappelle show. That's one of my favorite episodes. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I was with my on the phone with my cousin one day. You know, as we get older, some of us like to do drugs. So I'm on the phone with him, and he's telling me, yeah, man, that time we was with Seinfeld and Chris Rock. I said, oh man, the drugs done really got to him. So I said, brother, I never met Seinfeld in my life. What are you talking about? I never met Seinfeld. And he was like, yes, you have. And he started arguing with me. And I'm like, oh, man, the drugs done really messed him up. So he was like, Shan was there. I was like, all right. I called my cousin Shan. I'm like, oh, Shan, this trying to tell me we met Chris Rock and Seinfeld. He was like, yeah, we was at the Apollo, remember? And described my whole outfit. Now, I never met these people. that other Lady Luck was there. So the drugs ain't
the Ava Rex Lady Luck.
Yeah, my cousin, the drugs ain't messed my cousin up. They obviously messed
It was a
me
different
up.
one. Babs, since your birthday just passed and you already know Dave Chappelle, do you have any like fond memories of meeting him? Because I didn't really get to talk to him too crazy because I didn't want to be in groupie mode because I just came off the stage anyway. Like,
ow,
excuse me, Dave. Excuse me, can you let us finish, nigga? We performing.
Oh, shout out to everybody that showed me birthday love. Everybody's in the comments that's still showing me birthday love. My birthday was October 16th, but if you miss saying happy birthday, I'm still taking happy birthday love. I appreciate it. Libra gang, you already know the vibe. I was in ATL. It was a wild time. I'm going to tell you about this after I tell you about Dave Chappelle, though. So, first of all, to me, that I had this moment with Dave Chappelle is big for me, right? Sometimes I don't really like to be talking shit because people could be like, oh, whatever, like you bragging. But I'm a brat, okay?
Let your nuts hang.
Hello?
Let your nuts hang
today, okay? I'm a brat. Okay, so first of all, I was on Dave Chappelle's show, which everybody know the Chappelle show is historic, okay? So I'm a part of that history. The Dave Chappelle DVD, it actually was on Netflix as well, and it was running. I don't get any residuals. I don't get any residuals, unfortunately. I don't know if the Chappelle show is still on Netflix, but it was on there for a while. And
remember they wasn't trying to cut him that check, so they took it off.
Exactly. So I ain't getting no residuals, but it's okay. I'm still a part of history. I still got paid to do what I did at that time. And so anyway, he wanted to do a skit on making the band. And so, you know, that's where he came through to do the skit. That's where the famous Dylon, because that's where how Fire Line come from. And it was a good time. I smoked mad bud with Dave Chappelle. I still can't believe I burnt it down with Dave Chappelle. Like, we was on set for like 15 hours. I nodded off at least 3 times because I was like super, super zoned out. Because every time we had a break, we were just hitting the J. We had drinks and shit. Like, and it was a good time. And then after that, he invited me to the premiere when they premiered the episode. And so I got to see him again. I went to the show. I went backstage show with him. He shouted me out on the stage. He was like, Baz, what's up? And all of that. So yeah, that's a big, big moment for me, you know. So, and I feel like he knows who I am. He would never forget. Of course
he does.
He would never forget. You know what I'm saying? So if I ever see him again, I'll be like, Dave, what's up?
Imagine you like, who's that?
He let me in the room. Yo,
I think I know who it is.
If he say who's that, I'm going to remind him. That's the fact.
Imagine he give you that Halle Berry treatment. He treats you like Halle Berry.
Yeah.
First of all, I already told y'all we not defaming. The same way we got the old Ava Rex Lady Luck, okay? There is Boomerang Holly, and then there is, I forgot the name of the movie that she just directed. I think it was called Unhinged. I forgot, with the boxing. But there's 2 different Hollies. That was old, bougie, young Holly. She is humble, okay? God humbled her.
First impressions are everything. I'm going to tell y'all that, people, if you're trying to get in the game, like, do not treat people like, you know, nasty, because if it's their first time meeting you, they going to never forget it. I don't care. Like, Holly got to give me some money for me to drop that. Like, she got to send a Zelle for me to be like, I'm good. Until I get a Zelle,
she is very nice, okay? The same way Gabrielle Union said that she used to be a mean girl. Maybe Holly had one of them days, and Luck didn't even remember hanging out with Seinfeld. So when you in a certain stage of life, you in a different mental capacity. And you might not.
Right your wrong. Your wrong.
Yo, Lissa had me on a high, right? To the point where I'm walking to the door, and they like, I said, you know who I am? Because Lissa done pumped me up to say that now. You know, I ain't say that since Def Jam. Like, do you know who I am? So Lissa had me on a high running through New York City. So we running the Seal. And it's Christmas time. I'm like, oh shit, Seal, kiss from a rose. Oh my God. You know, fed down. I was like, can I get a picture? He said, no. Like, he has a face for a picture. You know what I'm saying?
He got the coffee cake face, but.
Nah, don't even do that, because you know what you sound like? You sound like a dude that try to holler at a chick, and then she don't want to give him no play, and he's like, whatever, you ain't all that anyway.
Yes,
you
that's
ain't
exactly
all
how I
that
felt.
anyway.
Because I went to the car and cried. So I gotta I gotta save face. You know, it was like that Steve Francis too. Steve Francis was real nasty, and then Karma caught his ass real bad. So I don't even tell people about how he treated me. And Jaheim too. Karma done caught y'all.
Jaheim with the purple lip? What he did to you?
Now I seen Jaheim one time, and I was just fucking with him. You know what I mean? I was like, Jaheim, you know, just playing with him. He turned around and cursed me the fuck out. We was downtown Newark. Now he
Could
cursed
it
me
be
out.
the ice on my lip?
He cursed me out in front of maybe 10, 15 people.
Jaheim.
He did it in front of 10, 15 people. I went and did interviews that got almost 500,000 views. So I won.
Well, never GIVEUP and keep your HEADUP. Okay, you know what Jaheim said?
Yeah, but it's up for Holly and anybody that was nasty to me on the first time I met you. Now, I might be okay with the second time I meet you and you acting funny, because people have their days, right? Because I've had those days too, and I've been around people second time, I'm like, ooh, what's wrong with you? We was chilling last time. Then the third time I see them, and it's like, oh, hey, sis, you know, the fake sis shit. Like, so you got to be like, hey, sis, like, you know, whatever. But anyway, let's get off of that. So,
don't act funny when you see me. And Mace, Mace too.
Sure, sexy. Thank you for buying the badge. So ATL, I had a good time at ATL, but it was an incident. And I'm just tired of having these incidents. So we leave one spot, we go to this other spot. It's a showcase. Rappers is on the stage. I'm on the stage. It's my friend venue. So of course we walk right in, we get on the stage. So we chilling, get my drink. Next thing you know, I see one person run. All right. Then I look, see somebody else run.
I don't like seeing people run. Shout out
to you. I heard somebody scream. And so now it's time.
Call time, you heard? Oh.
So now I start running. Everybody start running. I fall. White girl style in the movie.
In the movie.
Like
Call time.
Just like in the movie, I fell. And when I hit the floor, I got scared. All I'm thinking about is the Travis Scott incident. You know, rest in peace to all them people that Lord. But like, I was terrified. Soon as I hit the floor, I'm like, oh my God. And then I slipped out. I had my Yeezys on, and then one of my Yeezys, one of my Yeezys came off. So I got one shoe on. Yo, Yeezys are not, like, you can't run in them joints, yo. Don't wear them to any spots where you might have to run. Okay, they coming off your feet. So now I get up. My homegirl, she helps me up, but I ain't realize it was her until after we get out the situation. And then we all scared. I see this girl. I just hugged her. I don't even know this girl. She just looked so scared. We hugging each other. I'm like, oh my God. And then my homegirl like, bitch, you fell. Damn. She said, bitch, I was on you though. I picked you right up. I said, not today. I said, that was you? Yo,
that's love.
Crazy. Yeah,
but
anyway,
did they figure out what caused the commotion?
They said they seen somebody was shooting. Come to find out, nobody was shooting. And then they told people to come right back in. And then they started playing Kirk Franklin. Do you want a resolution? Ooh, ooh. They started playing that, and people was coming back in. I was like,
because it's so scary out here. They need to play gospel music in all the clubs. It is scary out here.
Yeah, imagine but I went back in too. And I went back in. And, you know, like, I ran into my other homegirl. Shout out to Ty. Come to find out she was with the people serving the food. And then I got free food. So I calmed down. And they said, give her whatever she want. I said, you know me, I want it all. And, yeah, then I got my food, and then I was like, I'm out of here. But
was the food a low vibrational plate or a high vibrational plate? Because in this next clip, our first clip, it's something we were meaning to talk about for a while, because it's kind of been circulating for a couple of days, maybe even a week. But her name is Stormy Wellington, I believe. She goes by Coach Stormy on social media. She is a life coach. She helps people get their CBD teas and diet drinks and get their mind right, get their health right. So somebody that she was training, I guess they were at a retreat, and she had a lot to say about the girls' plate. Let's just take a look.
Shout out Hollywood Baby in the building. Legendary out here in these streets. I mean, he's making so many moves. Shout out to Hollywood.
Shout out to you, Hollywood. Take a look at this clip.
Remember, we seen him at the airport when we was in LA. The guy that had the jewelry on it. I don't know if you remember, but yeah, he was there.
You said the airport?
We was at the airport in LA. Go ahead.
They put this on my plate. I will not. No, I don't do what they do. I do what I do. I'm the leader. But I would never eat a plate that looks like this. You couldn't pay me $1 million to do that to myself. Oh my God! And I deserve better than that. That's low vibration. I would have been like, I'm playing like that. I'll tell you what I want. You don't tell me what I want. So my thought process is, if you can put it on my plate, but I don't have to eat it, I got to distance. I won't even look at it and that make you look bad. But Queen this plate, and like, if we have two plates together, and so who's royalty? They would say this person. I agree. That's a.
So, like I said, it's been circulating already for some days. Low vibrational plates. We're going to go to Lady Luck. She looks like she has a lot to say. It's the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show. Let us know how you feel about this low vibrational plate.
First of all, and there's another video going around with her and the same young lady, and she was like, well, I have to look out for you because you don't have no mommy and no daddy, and to come to find out her parents had passed away. So money has gone to her head. Now, first of all, low vibrational plate. Sweetheart, y'all both have the same plate. Yours just has less. Second thing, you can pay me $1 million to eat that plate. You can pay me $10 to eat that plate. Third thing, Coach Stormy. Let me tell you something about royalty, baby, okay? Because you might be new to the money. So let me put you up on game. When you have money, you get everything. Babs Bunny knows because she does this every time we go out. You get everything and you eat a little bit. Now, Lady Luck wraps it up and takes it home. But let me tell you something, baby. Anytime I come from royalty, I come from hip-hop royalty. My Aunt Sylvia on Thanksgiving, Sylvia Robinson, Sugar Hill Records, first record label, all that, right? Grammys, Hollywood Walk of Fame, rock and roll. My aunt will cook a spread and don't eat none of it. I'm talking about all the fried chicken, the best mac and cheese. She made her own. So, baby, you have not been around royalty. If you watch Game of Thrones, they sit there, they got everything on the table, baby. So stop telling people they're low vibration. What's happening is you letting that money get to your head.
Even in African culture, like the thicker you are, that means royalty. It means you have abundance. You have a lot of everything, food, money, everything. Babs, how do you feel? You are our self-proclaimed BBW. How do you feel about her attacking her plate?
Hey, Bo Black. Hey, CJ. First of all, it was hilarious. I don't know Coach Stormy, but I do follow her, and I just thought that.
Yes, I'm sorry. I meant to say that too. And you're licking your fingers. Royalty don't. They fingers, girl. I'm sorry, Babs. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Listen, I guess I'm the queen and the peasant at the same time, okay? Because the same way I will go to a 5-star restaurant is the same way you would see me standing in the Chinese restaurant ordering shrimp and broccoli. Like, and I eat chicken wings and French fries too. I eat a hero. I share it with you. Ain't no shame in my game, okay? Chopped cheese. Y'all already know the vibes. Listen, I'm from Brooklyn, okay? When you get hungry, you gotta go to the bodega. They hook you up. The chicken over rice with the white sauce. Like, yeah, so it is what it is. Like, so the low vibration is hilarious to me. I didn't know food gave you like a low vibration, whatever. But I eat whatever I want to eat.
What you eat has a lot to, like Dr. Sebi but even with that, they're both eating meat. So meat is supposed to be low vibrational in general.
Exactly.
Like,
she didn't even have
if you're not eating like from the earth.
Yeah, high vibrational food is raw food. So that's raw vegetables. Those are things that raise your frequency. So you sitting there, y'all both eating the same dead carcass.
Barbecue.
You just have less carcass on your plate for trying to tell somebody that they're low vibration. Ridiculous.
Yeah, that is true. You know, when you eat, and I didn't mean it like that, but you know what I meant.
That
You
is
eat a high vibration.
that is one of those clear cases of the teapot calling the kettle black. If you've never seen it in person before, that's exactly what that was.
Y'all at the same spot. Y'all eating off the same styrofoam plate. Y'all got the same type of food. Like, there's no way in the world I'm gonna be sitting next to you and you looking down on me. Like, it don't work like that, B. And anybody, y'all all need to realize that. So some people will try to make you feel a certain way when it's like, yo, bitch, if I like you royalty, I shouldn't be able to stand or just sit next to you like this. You feel me?
Man.
How that happen?
QB Black Diamond, what up?
We all royalty. You know, you just gotta know your position.
No, that's not true. That's not true, Miss Lissa. That's a lie. And you know,
you the king of your castle. Like,
right, but everybody said back
different
in Africa,
kingdom.
we was kings and queens. No, we wasn't. Stop the lies. Because if somebody had to make the food, somebody had to get the goats and the donkeys. Stop lying. Everybody.
I mean, mental capacity, understanding that you
okay, then say that. Yeah. I'm tired of that narrative.
I mean, you went off. I didn't get a chance to. But as speaking of going off,
he was the queen of the kitchen.
Yeah, right.
Right. Everyone is. You have your capacity to understand that you are of royalty. Now, George Floyd's family is now attempting to sue Kanye West for $250 million because of some statements he made in a recent interview where he alleged that George Floyd did not die because of the knee that was on his neck, that he actually died from a drug overdose. So they are suing him for those statements. They're coming at him for defamation of character. How do you feel about this? How do you feel about Kanye? I mean, there's so many things that he said, but you know, this is the one thing. And George Floyd's family is they want some justice.
Babs, see if you can pull Mysonne up for this one.
Mysonne, you still here?
Send him the live and see, you know, what if he could come back on here. How do you feel, Miss Lissa?
I mean, of course, you should be held accountable for the things that you say. We already said on the show before that, I mean, I've said it, that I just feel like, you know, sometimes Kanye's message, it's powerful and it's truthful, but it's wrapped up in some BS. And it's like, you know, especially with the Black Lives Matter thing, that was very, like, you know, problematic, and it was very divisive because everyone doesn't have the extra knowledge to understand that you have to dig deeper when Kanye's speaking. So when you say that Black lives don't matter, yes, the institution, yes, the LLC, the organization, but the actual fact that Black lives are being attacked and that we want people to understand that we matter is something that, you know, him just throwing on a white lives matter, then everyone is not going to understand the message behind the madness. There are white people that feel like he's empowering white supremacy, and even then you have Black people that are going with him, and they're trying to, like, you know, condemn something that is bigger than the organization. It's Black people really saying, stop doing this to us. So if you just like deflect and create this bullshit, then it's just bullshit. So that's why I do appreciate George Floyd's family the same way Cardi B held the journalist accountable and they held her against her word. You said this about George Floyd, his family has the right to come at you.
Yeah, my son declined. He ain't trying to talk about this. I ain't trying to talk about it too much either. I just want to say that I feel like freedom of speech is real. And you don't have to agree with somebody. You could agree to disagree. But to censor him because you don't agree with what he said, I think it's crazy. And that's just how I feel about it. Shout out to Yeezy. Shout out to Nori.
Them Yeezys ain't helping your ass was trying to run. Why
My
he ain't got more
traction
on the bottom of his sneaker for the people?
Invite him again.
Why he ain't got more traction on the sneaker? Not just saying, but still. I just feel like, you know, like I said, some of the things he says, even with this, they're saying that he was anti-Semitic. He didn't say anything anti-Semitic. He just said Black people are the original Jews. That's not a false statement. It just scares people when you start speaking out. But he says things that make sense and then things that don't. Welcome to the show, Mysonne. How are you?
What up, Mike?
Ice.
Now, Mike, before you
today.
We're doing great. Now, before you go, let me go.
I wasn't gonna even tune in, but you know, I don't like to decline y'all invitation. So I'll be on here for 5 minutes.
Okay, baby.
We appreciate it.
Bang bang boogie. So, in my opinion, a lot of the things that Kanye said had a lot of truth to it. It is true. We are signed to Jewish record labels. The Jewish community has taken over the black voice and controls the black voice. The George Floyd situation, I feel like it went too far. I feel like if he didn't have all of the facts that were according to the case, I don't know if the information that he got was misconstrued from Candace Owens. I haven't seen the documentary yet. I'm definitely intrigued to see it. And I understand how we could look at the t-shirt White Lives Matter as being dangerous. I totally get it. But at the same time, can you imagine how annoyed seeing a white supremacist, seeing him wear that shirt, how that makes them feel? The same way when he wore the hat, you know, make it so if you have these group of people who hate you so much and then you start wearing something, it's just like to set everybody off, to set them on fire, to start the conversation, to get the thoughts going.
I don't think that I think you're giving them too much credit. Mysonne, how do you feel? They get stupid redneck. Like, look at this nigga Kanye West. He agrees with us. And they're not like, oh, condemn him. They're like, yes, we're getting them. They're paying attention. Them niggas are listening.
I was having a conversation with somebody that I know that knows Kanye personally, that like is one of the people that he was one of the older G's that mentored him kind of. And he was like, Kanye is not as deep as y'all think he is. It's not. We looking for some inner movement and some deep shit. It's really not that deep. Kanye, you know, I think for me, you know, I love Kanye. Like I was one of the biggest Kanye fans, and I had to unravel and start realizing because I pay attention, you know, and Kanye is a master manipulator and marketer, right? So if you listen throughout times when you watch Kanye do, it's always strategic. He's about to drop an album. He says these things. You know, he's going through problems with his family, and he has very little emotional intelligence. You understand what I'm saying? He has very little emotional intelligence. He's triggered, and he reacts with his emotions and not his intellect a lot of times. So, like I've been saying, Kanye has done things for shock value, for the most part, all because he's angry. Every time him and Kim goes through something, he goes through these tirades. Anytime he thinks that she's dealing with somebody, he got mad with Meek Mill because he thought she was dealing with Meek. He got mad at Drake because he thought she was dealing with him. He calls out everybody. This latest thing, he said he did it because the culture didn't help him when they kidnapped his children. This is a woman that you married. This is a woman that you had babies with, that the culture told you they didn't even understand why you was doing it, right? So now you having business issues with another entity of the culture, right? You know, people that you've been doing business with. These same people you say control everything is people you've been doing business with. You sat up on Sway and told Sway he didn't have the answers. When Sway said you should do this by yourself, like you got your own platform, you got money, why don't you do it? And you told him he didn't have the answers. So now you look for the culture to protect you against the same people that you've embraced, right? You go up there and you said 3 hours worth of shit. You talked about the culture, you talked about the music, you talked about how to utilize this. But these same artists that you talking about, you use them to get on your albums. You was the first person I heard on the Chief Keef song. You was you introduced drill rap. Like you was the first person that was on That's the Shit I Don't Like. I didn't know who Chief Keef was before that. So you talk about everything that's wrong with the culture. I'm a sick fuck, I like my dick sucked. This was your single. You came out with these singles. You've utilized every part of the culture that you're talking about. And now that it don't benefit you, you looking for everybody else to jump on with you. It's not genuine, right? And then you go on the opposite side. You talking about White Lives Matter. You doing it to prove something to the other situation. The reality of the situation in that regard is that the people that you're aligning yourself with, Candace Owens, she's accepted in the white blood world.
Uh-oh.
The government is on it.
On it.
Okay.
Government don't want it.
Mike, can't hear you. Hold up.
They want to utilize it. So
let me ask you a question. Right? Because we say this the same culture that he embraced, and then once some things go left, like, so let's say with Adidas, he actually has a point. He did business with them, and then they stole his design. Now, quietly right now, Jay-Z has a lawsuit against Bacardi for similar things. Bacardi would say that he wants to see their books and he wants to see everything because they're not handling it the right way. Jay-Z is just not outside telling everybody, yo, let's go against Bacardi. So I feel as though, like, with some of the things that you said, like, yeah, the rappers and stuff, you're absolutely right. But he did drop a lot of key. Oh, Jack, we lost Mice. But he did drop a lot of key points in that interview, that 3 hours worth. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like he might not be as deep as what he's saying, but when I see the things that he's speaking about and things that I've studied and that I know, I just feel like the people who he's talking to is not ready for the message.
I mean, everyone has great points, and in this case, like Babs said, we're going to agree to disagree. Shout out to Mysonne, and shout out to everyone in the comments. Just let us know how you are feeling, and hopefully Babs might pull you up. Now, how do y'all feel about, I mean, we have spoken about this a little bit before, but there are some celebrities who, maybe they've dated someone or been married to someone, and some things we know about, some things we don't, but then later on they start speaking out. So Bobby Brown is saying that Whitney Houston cheated on him with Tupac Shakur.
Girl.
Nah.
He's trying to bring him back, but I don't know if he's coming back. He said he only had 5 minutes.
Okay, and I understand. And shout out Mysonne, all of the work that he's doing in the community. I love him, and it's always good to share opinions and two people, all of us speaking articulately about the situation. Bobby Brown, that's foul because both of them is gone. So neither one of them.
So what they have been doing. They couldn't wait to see each other again. She's
Pop can't say no, but I mean, who's not gonna sleep with Tupac? You get what I'm saying? Like, who's gonna be like, Jada could show all the poems and everything. You gave him the box, Jada. Shut up. Just tell us the truth in the book that's coming out because we think we know everything already. But Bobby, you can't do that, man. You can't do that, man.
Yes, he can. I want to know everything. I'm so interested. It was like, when he said he was with her when they got the news that Tupac died, and then she was crying for days, and he knew that she was mourning the death of a lover. I was like, wow, this is juicy. This is juicy. And I want to know.
Like that. I feel like, he should have just let that be something that, it is what it is.
But we all want to know, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all wanted to know that.
Bobby Brown should have put that. He needs to do a movie. And he should have just don't even tell. Just let it all come out in the movie. Could you imagine?
He already had a movie, and in the movie, remember, he had a Ray J lookalike that was a drug dealer. Like, they didn't call him Ray J, but he looked just like Ray J. He kept coming over with cocaine and all of Whitney's favorite drugs. Like, it was like, bro,
I don't know
what
why
are you doing?
He should have had Tupac in there too. Like, listen.
Did y'all ever hear the messages that Kim left on Ray J's answer machine?
We have that on our list. We didn't get to talk about it. Let me see if I can find it. The thing about that was, do y'all believe that's actually Kim Kardashian, or do you think that maybe they made this up? Like, it could be like faulty
if it was made up
audio.
If it was made up audio, the way they on Ray J ass, they would have been on him, like, legally and everything, if it wasn't her, because that voice note went everywhere. Trust me, when this.
But she didn't say she got it from Ray J.
What do you mean, the message?
So, if I made up some audio and I'm like, yeah, I have audio of Babs having a conversation with her cousin, talking whatever, right? And having a conversation with Lady Luck. Or I have audio with Babs and Luck having a conversation, and they saying crazy stuff about Ghostface Killer, right? that doesn't mean that if I didn't say I got it from you, you could be like, I didn't give them that. Like, you know, like, what are you saying? Like, it's just
She left a message on Ray J's answer machine.
Yeah, but if Ray J doesn't say, yes, this is real audio.
Ray J put it out.
That's her.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. So Ray J put it out?
Yeah, that's her. That's definitely her.
See, Ray J tired of them, the KKK. He's tired of them. He's coming for blood. Okay, well, let me see if I can find the audio, because she definitely has some choice things to say about
Whitney.
The Queen, Whitney Houston, rest in peace.
You know, and when people speak about Whitney and her drug addiction or whatever it may be, like, if till you are at that height of fame, until you are at that plateau, you don't know what you would do. I remember I was in church and the pastor was talking, and he was just, the way he was speaking, and I said, bro, you ain't never even been in that tax bracket. You don't know what you would have done or where you would have been if you if you went through what she went through. So I don't think it's good for people to speak on other people's situations. But
a lot of times people don't get it. You know, they be speaking from what they would do in their situation.
Right.
How they feel. It's not, you don't know what you would do if you was in that situation. You don't know how life would be for you in that type of situation when all eyes is on you, all your business is in the public. You don't know.
Right. I don't know, man. I don't know if I want somebody to tell them that I slept with Tupac, but I mean that's like a badge of honor, you know, because I know Tupac was out here knocking heads off. You know what I'm saying? How do you want that? How do you feel?
I get around.
What I like boys, and I mean I like girls, and I would have had a good time with Tupac.
Okay, now, all right, I got the audio of Kim Kardashian. Now, this audio is that same woman who be working with Kanye, right? So, I mean, let's just listen to it.
It's all a mess.
Some tapes are making the rounds of Kim Kardashian, and she's talking trash. This is years ago. It seems to be a voicemail that she left Ray J, where it's not the sweet little Kim K that she presents today. She's nasty. She's calling Whitney Houston a crackhead, and she's yelling at Ray J. And this tape landed on my lap, and I am told that there is much, much more. And it is the opposite version of the Kim Kardashian that your kids have been following. This is just a sample of the tape. Again, this is a voicemail that she left Ray J. Take a listen.
Ray, it's Kim. I just want you to know that I think you are so disgusting and desperate. Who leaves their email address on their machine? You clearly want people to call you, but yet you won't call me back. And actually, you know what? Don't call me back. Don't ever call me back. I never want to talk to you ever again. I think you're honestly a sick human being, and I think you are just so desperate that you'll do anything for attention, and you're just so disgusting. Honestly, so, like, have fun with old tag Whitney Houston. Like, she's so sick, and, like, crack is definitely not whack with you guys, because you know, just honestly, it, like, makes me laugh on how disgusting you guys look. You know what I'm saying? You're in Vegas with Whitney, and you need to.
So, yeah, I mean,
crack is definitely not whack with you guys. Like, come on, she can't even throw no shots. That's like, boo, boo.
That definitely was Kim. I know that people can imitate her voices and stuff like that, but she would have definitely came after Candace and everybody if that wasn't her. And you know, defamation, all kind of things, you know, like we spoke about Cardi B. I believe it, because that's how they are out there. And Kim sounds coked up on there, you know. That's a California thing. I would know, you know. So I know there's a lot more to come out, and they come.
Kardashians, and the claws are out. And speaking of claws, we know it's not no snow crab leg claws, because the snow crabs are being, I guess, snow crab season is being canceled, so there's no snow crabbing allowed because did we talk about this already?
Nah, I feel like we did, but
okay, because 90% of the population of the snow crabs, they said, disappeared within the last 2 years. So because of that, it's on a pause, it's on a standstill, no crabbing allowed. I kind of don't understand it disappearing. Like, tell us that it's like the weather killed the crab legs, or tell us that it's on all the restaurants, but how did it disappear?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are destroying the planet. Now,
I feel like they lying.
No, listen, I know some of us with melanin, we ain't doing what the other folks is doing, but there's video in Brazil, I believe it is, where the beach is covered in alligators. They are running out of the water. There is stupid PPP loans kill them. You stupid. There is something called anglerfish, right? And I know about it because it's very romantic. When they find their partner, they latch on and they become one. It's a beautiful story. The anglerfish, they are in the deepest part of the ocean. These guys were fishing and they caught one, and it's a folk tale, like when you find these anglerfish all the way up at the top like this, that a big ass earthquake is coming. Sharks are swimming closer to shore now than ever. When I just went on vacation, I saw a shark in the water. I saw it from my hotel room. I got a little footage. What I'm telling you is something is going on in the ocean. There's video of fish swimming out of the ocean trying to get out of the water into the desert. I am simply telling y'all right now, even in New York City, or it ain't got nothing to do with the ocean, but in New York City, all of those birds that keep hitting the building, it's crazy. That new building that just built. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, something is going on with the planet. And for 1 billion crabs to disappear, 1 billion crabs to disappear, something is wrong and something's going on. That's it.
You don't feel like they might be just saying this so that they can raise the price now because it's going to be in higher demand?
Listen,
even more now.
I'm not buying it. I don't know when the last time I bought some snow crab. Every time I go to the market,
King crab.
I'm like, yo, king crabs are ridiculous. Them shits is $55, $60
I just spent $52 for like one
blue crabs. Thank you.
I'm not doing it. Like, because it's not gonna fill me. I'm gonna be mad, and I'm gonna want more, and I'm not spending $100 for 2 claws. I'm not doing that. And so I just like, yo, give me the lobster, B. Right now, lobster is cheaper than crab. I take the whole lobster before I take a king crab leg.
Now, lobster been tasting funny too lately. Lobster been tasting real wicked, man. I mean, I'm talking about from the restaurants I eat at. I ain't talking about the little local spot, the nice restaurants I go to. The lobster just been real different. I'm about to go straight vegan. My mother made me vegetables this morning. She chopped up my mushrooms, my peppers, some eggplant. What else is in there? Some asparagus. I'm working on this vegan thing because.
Well, you know who was never vegan and always loved eating meat?
Hey, yo.
Dahmer. So he loved it right off the human bone, right? So in our next story, I just want to ask you ladies, how do you feel about the Dahmer costume? They're saying it's going to be one of the most popular costumes for Halloween. It's a quick clip of people discussing this on TMZ, and I want you to tell me, are they being insensitive?
So says one of the mothers of Jeffrey Dahmer's victims.
Is Dahmer a thing for Halloween?
There's a bunch of items being sold on places like eBay and Poshmark. So a lot of people are talking about how it's going to be the biggest costume this year. So Shirley Hughes is the mother of Tony Hughes, who was one of the 17 people that Jeffrey Dahmer tortured and killed. So she basically says that this is absolutely horrible and disgusting that anybody would want to dress up as him, and that every day the families of the victims live with this, and it's very heartbreaking and painful. Like, it's sad they lost like a family member, but like, it's Halloween.
I agree. It's sad they lost a family.
It's sad they lost a family member, but it's Halloween. Are they being insensitive, or is that what Halloween is based off of? Dressing like killers, murderers, monsters?
That is true, and it is. And people are acting like this is the first movie done about Jeffrey Dahmer or the first documentary. It's been stuff about him. So, I mean, I understand the family being upset, as I would be too, but this is nothing new.
So,
at all.
Somebody just made a great point in the comments. If George Floyd family can sue, then their family should be able to sue. America is a disgusting place. We are Babylon. For us to glorify and want to dress up as a man who killed 17 black people, decapitated them, ate their flesh, for people to want to dress up like him. See, the thing is, when y'all was talking about Halloween just now, ghosts and goblins, we dressing up like things that's not real. Some of us, well, I was Joanne the Scammer, but I'm just simply saying, like, I personally have never seen costumes where they're glorifying the killer. You know what I'm saying? Hitler's the #1 selling costume?
Is it?
Oh, okay.
I haven't
Oh, you
seen
said
it.
isn't? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna say. No, I think that's disgusting, especially when it's not even like 100 years yet. You know what I'm saying? It's not like this is a thing of the past. Like their family members are still alive. Imagine a little kid coming to your door asking for candy, and you lost a family member to that. That's
yeah. I mean, it's horrible. Even dressing up as a police officer. Hello, it's the
no,
same
you know
thing.
what? You know what?
Okay, what are y'all talking about? Okay,
what
are you doing?
I'm out of here.
Same thing. So change them costumes up. Babs, how do you feel? Do you agree?
I ain't got nothing to say.
This commercial break is brought to you by the Queen of the Ring prom night. Babs, what's the date and where can they get the tickets?
Prom night, October 29th, live in New York City. Hit the link in my bio. Tickets are on sale right now to this popping event. You know what I'm saying? It's an adult prom. That is the theme. There is a dress code. So you will have to be in prom attire. Think Met Gala, because we are all grown. Shout out to all the artists on the card. Tay Rock and Lady Caution versus Shooty and Fettuccine 20. We got Fair Funeral and Swamp versus Jack Boy Maine and First Lady Flames. We got 40 versus Fawns. We got Tori Doe versus New Jersey Twerk. And we got Dawn Lady versus Lou Castro. October 29th. Tickets are on sale right now. You will not be able to purchase a ticket at the door. So please get your ticket online, because you don't want to get there and then be stuck outside.
That's right. Get them tickets.
Tori Dover's. Yo, Yama, what's up, sis? Tori Dover's Twerk. Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
This is an event. Shout out to the card. You know what I'm saying? We in the building. My baby's coming through the shit, so I hope you ladies got your thing together. You know what I'm talking about? You know how I'm gonna come through. You know what I'm talking about? We in the prom. You know?
Yes. And I also have an event October 28th, pre-prom night. It's in Brooklyn, New York. We got some battles going on. All that information is on my page. Bad Bunny in the Control Room presents Control Room Value 1. So it's going down. All the information is on my page.
And on November 8th, I'm having my first battle ever. It's a comedy battle, but it's more battle and less comedy for me. And after seeing Sis perform on Monday, I know it's more comedy for her. But y'all can get y'all tickets by going to carolines.com. It's going to be for the New York Comedy Festival. So it's very groundbreaking for battle rap and comedy to be coming together. Pause. And since I love both, I'm excited to be a part of this. And I'm gonna do my sisters some justice. So if you want to see me take a bitch head off, get those tickets.
Yo, Miss Lissa called me with her bars, and I was like, "You sound more Queen of the Ring than comedy." Okay, Babs is about to call you for the next card because Lissa's coming for that young lady head.
And you know I have to get the approval from my girls. So get your prom night tickets, get your pre-prom night tickets, and then in November, you're going to see a comedy battle. So it's like a roast with rhythm. Now, are y'all afraid of rides? Like when y'all go to amusement parks, do y'all get on roller coasters and stuff?
I used to, but not now because it's been a lot of rides malfunctioning, and I don't want to be a part of that.
I be feeling like that too. What about you, Luck?
I used to, and then one day I rode everything at Great Adventures, got nauseous, never did again. But we just went to Fright Night, and I got on, I think, 2 rides while I was there. And one of the rides, my breast was too big for, so I couldn't really enjoy the ride because it was really pushing down on my breast. It was one of the swings that go like that, and my sister and everybody was watching me, so I had to act like I was enjoying myself. So I was like, woo, and I was putting my feet up, but I was nauseous, and I was like, why the hell did I even do this?
Well, this is a swing kind of a ride, and I guess neither one of y'all would get on it. But you in the comment section, would you ride this or not?
Never. No. Never. I would die.
So, would you get on that in the comment section? Are y'all afraid? Do you like to get on scary rides? I know for me, it's definitely a no.
Shantae said her kids get on that all the time.
Nah. I'm too old for that shit. I'm too old.
I go into cardiac arrest on that thing right there.
I'm not with it.
I'll hold your bag if you want to get on that. I'm not of age. That's not age appropriate for me.
Yo, it was a ride my nephew wanted to get on, and my sister kept telling me, please, come on, trade places with me. I was like, nah, you got it, sis, because that thing looked crazy. It went up and it went down. She get my respect for that. Yo, it's Domestic Violence Month as well. So shout out to all the survivors. Definitely want to bring more awareness to it. Domestic violence in any situation is not dope, whether it's same sex, man versus woman, you know, whatever it is.
Woman versus man, because there are men getting beat
by women.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've seen those videos.
You remember that episode of Black Ink where it was looking like Alex was trying to get help from the fellas, like, you know, I'm not gonna get too much into it because we love Alex and we love Donna, but I mean that was a crazy episode and it kind of did shine some light that sometimes, you know, there are men that might be getting slapped up.
And it's not just physical too. People could verbally abuse you as well.
Yes.
So, you know, that is definitely a form of abuse.
Mental abuse is even more, I feel like, detrimental. Like, I went through a whole situation, and I feel like, you know, physical, you get punched in the eye, you might have a black eye, it might go away, you know, it goes away. But, like, the emotional and, like, the mental abuse, like, those kind of scars are, like, really hard to recover from. So, yes, to anyone and everyone that has experienced, you know, domestic violence, whether it's physical or mental, we love you at the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show. So get the support you need. You heard?
The word trauma, I think it's a Greek word. Don't quote me on that. But the word trauma actually translates to wound. So all of the trauma that we have, there are emotional wounds. You know, so mental abuse is one of the worst kinds. The biggest lie they told us as children: sticks and stones break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Words will destroy you. I'd rather stick and stone. Okay? Hit me with the stick and stone. Break my bone. Please. Because verbal abuse is worse.
Yeah, speaking of sticks and stones, you know, when they tell you that as children. So my son went through an altercation in school the other day. So, you know, well, first of all, let me make this clear. My son is the only black boy in his class. And so he got into an altercation with another girl in his class, which is Mexican. And she said to him in this, you know, argument back and forth, well, at least I'm not black. Yeah.
But you Mexican, baby.
Where are your parents? Okay.
So this is the thing. So now I'm dealing with that. So, you know, I want to sit down with the parents, but that's learned in the home. You understand what I'm saying? So when you have a child that's this young, like that's only learned in the home. My son didn't know how to respond to that because I don't teach him that. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't even know how to come back with a racial slur because he doesn't know.
Right.
He doesn't see color.
Right.
Like, and so
it's crazy.
Yeah, and so it's crazy because it's just like that is taught in the home. Like, this kid is young, kids don't see color. So somebody that this kid is around is teaching this kid that something is wrong with being Black.
Right.
You know? And so this is something that I got to deal with. But they don't know who I am, and they don't know that I know Mysonne, because they don't want no smoke. All right? They don't want no smoke with the guard, okay?
Y'all better handle this and handle
you
it
should
right
definitely
now.
pull up with Mysonne in the cameras.
You know what I'm saying? Don't make me call Mysonne the general now, okay? We come up there. So, yeah.
Mysonne definitely going to shut it down. That's hilarious.
Yeah, so the sticks and stones won't break your bones, but words will never hurt you. It will. My son was hurt. He was confused. And now it's time for me to have certain conversations with him. You know, I didn't have to deal with that as a young kid because I grew up in Brooklyn and the Black and it was Puerto Ricans in my community, but I've never had nobody at 8 years old tell me, you know, something about me being Black at 8. Like, no.
Well, everyone, send Bab some support. You can send her some money by buying a badge. She would really appreciate that. It would really help her to feel better. Like she said, if Holly Berry sent her some money, she would feel better. So can y'all send some money so Babs can feel better? Today's chit-chat topic, just something I saw on the internet, and I want to know your thoughts on it. So this person said, a lot of relationships not working because y'all think y'all kids come before y'all partner. True or false? Are relationships messing up because people are putting their children before their partners? Do partners come before children?
Like what?
Yeah, like how does that happen? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know.
What
like,
kind of what kind of question is that?
Like I've dated girls who had kids. And you understand that they have kids. Like so, like how is somebody putting them ahead of you? Like you sleep in the bed with them, or like you know I want to go on a date, but no, it's cool, my son. We love you, brother. Like, do they go on a date and you wanted to go and the kids got to come? Like I don't understand. You know, but somebody in the comments saying kids come first. I know that in my relationship, I never felt that way. You know, and when I was dating the young ladies who had kids, I never felt that way. Now, do I like your kids, or do I, you know, do I like them and get along with them? You know, whatever. But nah.
So the person is kind of trying to say, because I'm like reading in the comments, like. And this is not like dating someone who is like, this is your life partner, probably the person that you're having the children with. So okay, it's kind of like who do you feed first type of thing. So they're saying that in order for your children to have healthy relationships, they have to see you guys having a healthy relationship. So you have to be putting each other first in order for your relationships to be working. You know, what is the sometimes you have husbands who are upset that the children might be sleeping in the bed. And it's like, well, I'm trying to give you some time and you putting the baby before us. So like in those kind of instances,
what kind of person are you to feel
somebody
this way?
Or just dating somebody.
What kind of person are you to feel this way and to even have this train of thought? Like, oh, the kids is coming before me and it's your children. I thought I was dating somebody like my kids. But they both are our kids. Like, we together in this thing. And
yeah, like this is like, even if you're not together, like this is your life partner. Maybe like, you know, this is the person you want to be with. And that's me saying that you like, if this is your life partner, they're going to be with you for your life, and your child going to go to college and find their life partner.
You know what? That is disgusting. Look who you had a baby by. Somebody who feels like this. That is terrible. I wouldn't even know how to say something like that. Like, you putting the baby before me. Like, I mean, what do you want? Your plate first? I mean, really? Oh, my God. That is disgusting. I would be so mad if I had a baby by somebody and they felt that way, like, and they said it. They verbalize like, I just feel like you be putting the kids ahead of me. Shout out Wayno 119 in the building. I'm so proud of him.
But that has been happening. Like, you ever seen? I've seen it. I've seen women be jealous of the relationship that the father has with the, like, it's like, spend time with me. I'm here. And I've seen fathers be like that too. Like, oh, you letting him sleep in the bed with us. Like, there are parents that, you know, when
there's a lot of people like that. I know them. Actually, I know people like that. I'm gonna make this clear. My son come first. That's it.
That's crazy.
This is why I'm single, because I tell people I'd rather be hanging out with my daughter than you. Like, I'm sorry, I don't got a lot of time. I'd rather be around my grandmother. I'd rather go see my father. Like, if you don't want my son, if I'm like, yo, I gotta watch a movie with my son, and you got a problem with that, then I'm just not the girl for you. It's just that simple. I'm just not the girl for you. Now, maybe, you know, you should get into some type of, my son like anime. You know, try to get into that so, you know, maybe we could watch it together. But this is a team thing here. And you don't have to be on my team. You really don't.
I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to grasp this concept of, like, what kind of situation would it be where somebody would verbalize, like, yo, I feel like you're putting the kids ahead of me. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what type of sucker emotion would raise up in a person to say that. Like, is it like, you know, you want to spend time, shout out Clint, you want to spend time with your lover, but they're busy with the children, or like, how do you even, I don't know, because I don't have kids.
Sam said, oh, but them kids gonna get grown, and then
that's what the guy is saying, right?
Guess what? My kids gonna always be my kids. So the person that I'm with, it's a lot of people that are together for 20, 30 years, and then the person, they get a divorce. And you know what I'm saying? And then who's there? The children. So at the end of the day, I'm not guaranteed to be with you. Like, you can either leave or die.
So it's me or the kids? This sounds horrible. I'm so happy Maria get along with my nephews. I mean, they love each other. They have a better relationship. I went downstairs the other day. They was watching anime together. You know, what, Dragon Ball Z or Q or whatever it was that they were watching. You know, they were enjoying themselves. I didn't feel like she was putting him before me. I mean, that's ridiculous, man.
I mean, I feel like people should put their children before, like, and even me, like, I couldn't be with somebody that wanted to put me before their child. It's like, what?
But what is give me a scenario, because I don't understand.
Maybe, okay, let's say, like, I invited you to, like, a wedding, and then we about to go to the wedding, but then you find out that your daughter has, like, a school recital, like, something, or maybe, like, you know, something where they just miss you, and they're like, Mom, I want to go out with you, and you're like, damn, I was supposed to do this, but now I gotta choose the kid over you. Or even, like I said, very small things. You have some men that get upset because it's like the times where they want to be intimate, a child might be in the bed, and it's like, yo, put that baby in their own room, and you got mothers like, no, this is my baby, like, the baby stays. And it's like,
the thing is, though,
might cause a wedge.
If you feel that way, then date somebody who don't have kids, because before I had my son, a lot of them ways I used to feel. Like, for a lot of years, I used to be like, I'm not dealing with no chick with no kid. Like, I'm not dealing with that. I don't want to hear, oh, I can't find a babysitter when I want to see you. Like, I don't want to hear none of that. But I'm a mom now, so things are different. So I just say, if you feel those ways, there's a lot of women out here that do not have children. And these are the women that you need to date. It's a lot of men that don't have children, and those are the men that you need to date.
There are people with biological children that feel like this about their own kids. Like, get this baby out the room. They need to be in their room. I'm trying to be with you right now. And the mom is like, no.
You need to, that's when you don't know a person. Stop having kids with people you don't know. Get to know these people. Start bringing these topics on the table. You shouldn't find out that this person is an asshole after you have a baby.
But you was an asshole, you said.
But you knew that. You knew I was an asshole, and you still wanted to be with me. You love that part of me. You know what I'm saying? So
I didn't want to date women again with kids because of the things that happened. Like, so, like, with the girl I was with for 8 years, her baby father was locked up. and he writing letters from jail like, oh, you down with you with Lady Luck now? Like he's gonna come home and get a verse from a nigga. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was like, oh man, this is crazy. And he's writing letters to my house, and then my girl sent him money. I didn't like that. So that's why, you know what I mean? Or another girl I was dealing with, I hated her daughter. Now listen, I love all type of children. I love everybody's children. The children, I'm a big kid myself. So for me to say that I hated this little girl, I mean, she was really just a horrible little girl. And then, you know, I was messing with another girl, and her son would be physical with her, and I can't do nothing because that's not my child. So I what am I supposed to do? Let your son beat you up? You know what I mean? So I said, this is a lot. I don't want to do it no more.
My son is not gonna have no memories, his childhood memories of every time Shorty come over, he getting kicked out. It don't work like that. Y'all gotta remember that these are gonna be this kid's memories.
Right.
So when you start putting people before your children, trust and believe that when they get older and they understand life, they might think that you live in strife. You feel me? You ain't do them right. You feel me? And now when you old and you need somebody to help you up the stairs and take care of you and all of that, and you know, they ain't gonna be there. You know where they gonna be? With they shorty. Because that's what you taught them. You taught them to put that person first. So you don't even matter.
I live with my mom and my girl. It is a very, very, very interesting dynamic because, you know, my mom, like when they get into it, my mom would say, you're always on her side. And I told her, you're a grown ass woman. We don't need no sides. It's right and wrong, you know. But I don't feel like I put either one before the other one. You know, I have found a medium on how to make them both. And it is definitely crazy living with both of them. But I found a way to you know, make the dynamic of even playing field, because now they're in there now, you know, just chilling and they talking, but some days it gets nutty.
When you driving, who sits in the passenger side?
My mother.
Really?
My mother. But see, my girl is different. My girl opens the door for my mother. You get what I'm saying? But nah, it's been on the...
I like sitting in the back, so it never bothers me. Like I'll get out and let the grandmother, the mother, like I love being in the back seat.
My mother gonna sit in the passenger side. If it's because I don't be in the car with my mother that often. So if I'm with my girl and we go pick up my mom's, yeah, she's gonna get out and let my mom sit in the passenger side. But if we always, like, if this is what we do together, like, nah, B, I'm not.
Yo, we take trips to Jersey. We drive it.
I'll meet y'all there.
I gotta rub her leg like this while we drive it, because, you know, she been back for 10, 12 hours, you know. Damn.
Well, we are talking about mothers, children, dynamics, and everything. So there was a clip of, of Love and Hip Hop where Yandy, I guess she felt like she was ambushed in having a conversation with Mendici's first baby mother, who she had a fight with prior to. She wanted to just, I guess, act like the situation never happened. And it's been like over 6 years till she felt like, you know, maybe the girl should have gotten over it. Do y'all feel like she was wrong for not wanting to have a conversation, being that she is a part of the co-parenting? That's her husband. They have a Mendici's junior. So it's like, you know, should she have wanted to have that conversation, or, you know, should the other lady have let that go?
For me, I don't want to have that type of conversation. I know they live in they life out on television, so I get it. In real life, I would want to have that conversation, because if our children are siblings, I would hope that, you know, certain things, we could be in the same room together, we could have a vibe, it's no issues. So I would want to have that conversation. I would never want to beef with the person that I'm with, baby mother or baby father. Like, why would I want that? That's too
Could you
much.
move on without a conversation?
No, not if we already had conflict. That's with anybody, though. You know what I'm saying? That's with anybody. We gotta have a conversation and resolve it, because if not, it's still there. So the first thing that's said or done, you're going to explode. And then you start bringing up all this old shit that was never resolved. You know, and it was never real. It was never genuine. It's just like whatever. I'm going to just do this just to do it. And I'm not doing nothing just to do it anymore. I'm too old for that. I'm too old for everything now. Like, facts. I'm too old to beef with you, and I'm too old for you to not have any accountability. So if you can't be accountable for the wrongs that you do, we can't even be in the same space. I don't want to vibe with you because I'm on a whole nother energy wave, like, and you ain't there yet. So that's just where I'm at with it.
I feel as though on television might not be the right time. You know, I feel like when the cameras is off, because you might feel bombarded, you know, because I remember me and my cousin Leah, we had a problem with each other, but I didn't know it was that serious. And then when the cameras came on, she started crying. And I didn't know whether to tell them to cut the cameras or whether to keep going. I was so confused. I said, man, the ratings, you know, so I don't know if I want to discuss those type of things that's so old on television. But I feel like Yandy, you know, to not want to discuss it might have been dismissive. It might not have been the right time and place to have those discussions. You know what I'm saying? Especially when there's, you know, animosity.
I feel like, you know how they
on.
be like, don't disrespect me in public and then apologize in private? It's like, this started on TV. I got dragged by your cousin on television. We had our issues on television. So let's have our resolve on television. Like,
Okay.
that's what started this.
That's
so
fair.
It's like, you know, it'd be different if the beef started beforehand. Then it's like, nah, we're not going to squash this on TV. But if it happened on TV, oh, it's happening on TV.
But there might be more to the story than what we know, because, you know, there's a lot of editing and they fit a lot of things into a half an hour. So there's definitely, and they also edit it to make it interesting. So there's probably,
they have to edit Yandy friend or whoever coming from that audience and dragging Mendici baby mother. I forgot her name. They grabbed her, snatched her. So that wasn't fake. So that was on television. And then there's footage of Yandy like acting like, oh my God, and then being like, no, I don't know who that is. Like, we saw all of that. So it's like, we're going to act like that didn't happen. Like, you want to have a conversation about this off camera and then we just pop back on the Brady Bunch. Like, nah, we got to talk about this in front of the people because they saw me get my wig snatched.
Well, then she has every right to check her ass. I didn't know the full story because I don't even follow these people.
No, they show all of that. And like, I was like, oh, okay, well, I just wanted to know because I just felt like, you know, I'm really big on co-parenting. So like Bab said, for me, I feel like you should want to have a conversation. Like, if you really value the son, because he said, y'all are two of the most important women in my life. So it's like, even though that's not his biological mother, he loved Yandy the same way he loved his mother. So in that, you should want to have a conversation for his sake.
Mm-hmm. Especially if the kid come to you, then it's like, you know.
Because my daughter, like, when I'm telling you, she was out with her dad, and her dad, well, she gets mad if I call the girl the fiance because she said that's not his fiance, but I feel weird just calling her his girlfriend because they have a baby. But anyway, they was all out, and she sent me a picture of my daughter and said, look at your twin. And like, we talked. So it's like, I feel like that alleviates any issue or any tension that my daughter might feel like she has to create in her head of picking, like, do I like this? No, it's like, she's cool. Like, that's a part of the family. So I just feel like Yandy should have just stepped in and just been like, it's whatever.
One of my exes, me and her baby daddy got so cool. Me and her don't even speak no more, and that's the homie. Anytime I'm in town, I call him. We get up, he got the studio, all that. He bring me the bud. I mean, that is the homie. You know, I don't even talk to her no more. She just got married and all that. You know what I mean? So yeah, Shout out.
All right, ladies, let's wrap up this episode of the
I've been kicked out of
BEC
here by
Show.
better rappers. I mean, I don't need nobody to tell me. I got things to do too, Babs. You ain't the only busy one.
Me too. I just be going with the flow.
Yeah,
I be
trying to
figure out
okay,
a signal.
ladies rapping.
Because I like the show being an hour. I like leaving people wanting more.
You be
chit-chatting.
So like, you be doing the chit-chat. I look up every 137. So I chit-chat today. I'll be like, all right, let's go.
I was going based off when, but again.
I love it. I love spending time with y'all because I don't get to see y'all every day. We live in 3 different parts of the country. So I love getting on here and hearing how y'all feel. Okay.
We can't do mumble rap today, Overflow. We got a guest coming on Friday, so we'll do mumble rap on Friday. And my stomach is mumble rapping right now.
Yeah,
and telling me let's make something happen. It's not looking good. So prom night.
They going at it right now. I'm telling you, like, yo, I need some cameras in here. This is a crazy dynamic, okay? So maybe that could be, girl.
Prom night. It will be cameras there. So if y'all want to turn up at the prom, y'all can. Be good footage for me. Anyway, October 29th, prom night, live in New York City. We in Queens. Tickets are on sale right now. Get your tickets. Make sure you get your dress. Make sure you get your shoes. Make sure you get your suit spellers. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you need to get to make sure you look and smell good. For Be in the Building. Doors open at 5 p.m. sharp. We are filming a documentary, so this is a full-blown production. This is not no regular battle event, so you better be there on time because everything is starting on time, and if you get there late, you will be left at the gate. That's a whole fact.
And Saturday, I'm going to be in Brooklyn at BK Estates, and I'm going to be doing stand-up comedy. It's me, Gerald Kelly, and a lot of other amazing comedians. So make sure y'all go to BK Estates, hit the link in their bio, and support the movement. You heard?
Okay, shout out to Jay, please. I am doing everything, ladies and gentlemen. I will be at the prom, and hopefully I'm still in town to support Miss Lissa's event. Right here, our Sunday wear, we finally launched. Okay, Sunday with an I. Go over there, pick your glasses. We got crowns. Don't be getting your crown last minute for the prom, okay? A lot of y'all been hitting me up talking about y'all want a crown and all that. Shout out to Tanya designing them, okay? Lucky CBD, I got a call today about that. We get on top of that. Pure V, we are still perfecting the ingredients so that you guys can stop taking so many vitamins and just pour 1 scoop in the water, shake it up. You get all your nutrients and vitamins that you need for the day. We're still working on that recipe, just making sure it's delicious. And yeah, we're doing song placements. Shout out to Disney. What else? I mean, I'm just outside.
And Brina Beats has hoodies, so hit her up and get your hoodies and support her as well.
No, I'm about to start designing furniture. I just bought a 3D printer and I just bought a laser printer. So I'm telling you, like the one that engraves, it's gonna get crazy. I'm about to be Dexter's Laboratory in that garage. I'm telling y'all, selling everything with LEDs.
Until next time, everyone, support the movement. Follow the BEC Show on Instagram, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. See y'all on Friday.
Money, what up?
Wake that ass up. After we do the show, what? You better